It's gonna be long today. Hi guys, it's Annie. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be videotaping my second New Year, New Me vlog. Just kind of updates you on how my previous week went. I was actually supposed to be posting this yesterday, but last week was just so incredibly busy that I am like so behind on everything. But it's just a perfect example of how life just throws curveballs at you all the time, so you never really know what to expect and it can throw you off, but all you have to do is just like get back on your feet and continue on like nothing happened. Not like nothing happened, just learn from whatever happened and just kind of like go with it. Last week was quite an adventure. I'm just pulling up my planner to see what we were supposed to do because it didn't do anything basically. My goals for the week were to go to the gym 3 times, do yoga 3 times, drink 3 glasses of water a day. There was another one. Clean my attic. And I didn't really get to do all of it. I definitely went to the gym 3 times a week. I went Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I did yoga Tuesday, but I never did it Thursday. I was supposed to do Friday. But basically my entire week just kind of like flipped around. I've been working at the same cafe for 4 years. I'm a lead barista slash shift leader slash used to be manager at this organic bakery cafe, and it's great. I have so many regular customers. Something that I love about working there so long is that I know customers' orders before they come in. I know how customers like certain pastries and everything. It's something that you learn after working there for 4 years. So I have these 2 regular customers. Their names are Becky and David. They always come in for a strong black tea, a small coffee, and a super light corn muffin. The bake has been off a little bit recently. A lot of things have come out a lot toastier than they used to when we had a previous head baker, but it's just kind of like how things change. So basically my coworkers and I always look for the lightest corn muffin before we even see them come in. We're like, we have to put this aside because this is the only one they want, blah, 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 blah. Rewind to Monday, I was opening with a really good friend of mine, Julia, and we saw their car outside parked. We weren't open yet, so I was putting out muffins and we put aside their light corn muffin. We started to get their tea and everything. Once we opened, they came in and like, oh yeah, you already know our stuff. I'm like, yeah, of course they do. Like they know that we already know their stuff. Julia and I had forgotten to change the music from like our whatever we listen to when we open to our like work music. We have required work music, which is really cute, but it's like, it's cute. It's just not really like what any of us listen to in our free time. So we had actually been playing show tunes because Julia really wanted to see Hamilton. I love Broadway, so we were just like playing a Hamilton's Pandora station. So it was just like playing a whole bunch and we were just singing along to everything. And then Becky and David came in. They were super excited to hear it. They're like, oh, you listen to show tunes in Broadway. We're like, yeah, we love this stuff. And I was explaining how I've only seen a few, and they asked if we had ever seen Wicked, and we were like, oh no, blah, blah, blah. So fast forward now, 30 minutes, I'm helping another customer, and I can't get the lid on his coffee, so I'm sitting there struggling, and Becky comes up, and she's like, what are you doing Friday? And I thought for a second, like, I'm not doing anything. And so she pulls out her phone, and she's like, well, I just bought you 2 tickets to see Wicked on Broadway. And I'm sitting there awestruck, still trying to get this lid on this guy's coffee because the coffee cup was like totally dented weirdly, so the cup wasn't fitting, and he's looking at me and I'm looking at her and Julia's looking at me and I'm like, okay. That like pass the coffee to Julia. I hug her and she's like, yep, we got you the tickets. We're going to drop them off tomorrow. I'm going to leave my number with you, so in case there's any problems. We just really think you've been working so hard. We've known you for years. You really deserve this. And I kid you not, I almost started crying. I was so, I was just so taken aback that a customer who I see for maybe 30 minutes a week total, because, you know, they come, I serve them, and they go sit in the back. I was just so shocked that a customer would go out of their way to do something like this. Like, I feel like where I work, I've had some very great customers. I have a very close customer who gave me this coffee bean necklace. I've had a customer give me a pair of gloves before, like gift cards for Christmas. And she just said that, like, I've been working so hard. I always talk to her about school. I had been talking to her about school earlier and how I only have a few classes left. Then I'm all done. But she was just saying, you know, you work so hard, you really deserve this. I want you to like have something that might like change your life. The rest of the day, I could not stop thinking about it. That kind of threw off, but like for the better, I was fine with it. It like threw off my Friday a little bit. Basically, so Thursday into Friday, I stayed at my boyfriend's house. And then Friday, we woke up and we went to the gym I did my normal gym thing, sat on the massage chairs, and then I was like, oh my gosh, I have some exams I have to take. So we go back to his house. I start taking an exam. Luckily, this is an exam that we just have to email to the professor. It wasn't like an online one where once you cancel out, it's done. So I had started taking it. I was freaking out, so I left David's house early. I went to work where Julia was, and I told her, I'm like, listen, we can't leave until I finish this exam. So I'm sitting there working hard, trying to finish the exam, mildly panicking because I don't know anything about commercial law. I don't know how I've passed this class because literally I haven't learned. I feel like I've probably learned maybe like 3 things in this entire class. It was so stressful. I was panicking. I finished it to the best of my ability. I was kind of like, you know what, this is the end. I think I'm doing all right, and I just like sent it to him. Then Julia and I went to my house, we got ready, and we got to the train. So then we get to the city, really easy. You just gotta walk out and go straight for like 20 minutes, and then you get on to Times Square, and you walk, and then you take a left on 51st, and boom, you're there. So we're sitting, we're super excited. We're taking so many videos. We're like, oh my God, look at us. Yes, we're here. Oh my God. And it was like, we were super excited. And we realized, we're like, how long is this thing anyways? Because it's now it's 8 o'clock at night when it's starting, and we weren't sure when the last train goes. So I asked my mom to look it up for us because for some reason we didn't have any service. So I just texted my mom. I was like, hey, can you like happen to look up how long this show is going to be? And she sends us back 2 hours and 45 minutes. And Julie and I look at each other and we're like, oh my gosh, that gives us like not a lot of time to get to the last train that was going to bring us to the train station that I had parked at. So we were like, oh lordy, oh my goodness. So we're enjoying the show, completely enjoying the show, absolutely. But I'm like mildly panicking the entire time because I'm this person, like I have to get places early. I love getting places early. We left my house at like 4:30 to hit a 5:30 train when I live like 20 minutes away from the train station. I was like, oh my God, we're not gonna make it. So basically like the second that they started like taking their bows, we were up and out and we ran. Like I am not that good at running, but we sprinted. Julia, who runs more than I do, was the one who was like, can we slow down a little bit? We don't need to run. I think we're gonna be good with time. We should be good. I just kept running. I was panicking in my head. I was like, how am I not like dying right now? I mean, like once we started walking, I could feel like that pain right like in the back of my throat that I get sometimes when I like run incorrectly. But I was like, wow, we literally just ran back to the train station. We ended up having a lot of time. So like I went to the bathroom, we walked around a bit. Everything was closed because it was like 10, it was like 11 o'clock at this point at night. So everything around there was closed. We're like, whatever. Then we get on the train and we relax. But then the train is like not saying the right thing. It's like, this is the train to Grand Central, and we're like, no it's not, this is the train to New Haven. We know this because it said New Haven on like all the sides of the train, and then all of a sudden it's like, this is the train to Grand Central, the next stop is Rye. And we're like, Rye is not a stop on this train, what happened? So we're panicking, thinking, oh my gosh, did we get on the wrong train? And I have like my ticket, like literally the conductor never came to check my ticket, so basically I still have a free ticket to get to or from the city, which I'm okay with. I'm like, alright, that's fine with me. So I was, again, mildly panicking. I was like, oh my gosh, what is happening? So I texted my boyfriend and I was like, we don't really know what's going on, but the train keeps like telling us the wrong thing. But then finally, because we both realized, we're like, okay, well, it said the first stop is going to be Stamford. So finally, like 40 minutes into the train ride, after it's saying, our next stop is Rye, our next stop is Harlem, our next stop is la. And we're like, none of these are stops. It finally stops at Stamford. We're like, okay, computer malfunction, we're good. So we get back to Westport. It is now, I want to say like 1 in the morning, and Julia has work at 7 in the morning. So we drive back to my house so I can grab some of my stuff. Then we drive to her house, and by the time we are there and relaxing, it's 1:45 in the morning. And Julia's like, well, I'm wide awake now. And I was like, oh no. So we talked for like 10 minutes and then passed out. And then her alarm went off 6:45. No, her alarm went off at 6, and I was like, oh, why must I be awake right now? And so we got ready, we went to work, and I just like sat there and relaxed. I had some toast, had some hot chocolate, really good hot chocolate. Basically, like, I just felt like I didn't really stop. I got on the train, I went to my house, I went to Julia's house, I went to work, I had breakfast with one of my friends, went to David's house. When I got to David's house, I took a 3-hour nap until the afternoon, like 12 in the afternoon, and then we had to leave and go to his uncle's birthday party, so we went to his uncle's birthday party, but in the middle of it, it started to snow, so we were panicking. We're like, oh my gosh, it's snowing, and I'm panicking because I still have 2 more exams I have to take, so I'm like, oh, this is really not good. I really should get going. So we decide to leave, and it's snowing, and he's in a car that he's like, it's fine in the snow, Annie, and I know what you're talking about, and yet we couldn't stop at a stop sign. We just went like right through it, and I was like, yeah, your car is good in the snow, for sure. So it was just really terrifying. Then we got back to his house, and I did my exams, and I was like, that's it, I'm done. I'm clocking out for the day. And then after that, I just relaxed, and we watched Alice in Wonderland, and we watched Through the Looking Glass afterwards. Through the Looking Glass. If you haven't already checked it out, be sure to check out this video I posted last week. That was basically my weekend. So I was basically nonstop from Thursday to Sunday. So I was very behind. I wasn't able to do my yoga on Thursday. I'm like, oh, I'll do it Friday. Oh, I'll do it Saturday. Oh, I'll do it Sunday. Never ended up doing it. I definitely did not eat as healthy as I should have because I went to a party and they only had comfort food, which I was okay with because, you know, it's like freezing cold and snowing outside. Who doesn't want mac and cheese and chili when it's freezing cold and snowing outside? So we had that. I had chips and dip to celebrate finishing my classes. I had a grilled cheese on my way to the city. I just like did not eat as healthily as I should have, but I was kind of okay with it just because of the amount of physical activity that I'd been doing that week. I felt like it's kind of deserved it. The one thing I definitely did do was drink at least 3 8-ounce glasses of water. I definitely think I stayed on top of that to the best of my ability. So that means that this upcoming week I have to drink at least 4 8-ounce glasses. So that's 32 ounces of water a day, which shouldn't be too hard because, like I've said before, I do really like water, and water is easy for me to drink. I also ordered a whole bunch of stuff off of Etsy, which I'm going to be showing once it arrives. And that's about it. That's about like how this week went. It just like, I didn't get to do the attic, and I don't really feel bad about it. I didn't really get to finish doing yoga. That I'm kind of bummed about just because I love yoga and I really should have made more time for it, but I didn't. Even though I wasn't able to do things that I really wanted to do, I was able to do things that in turn ended up giving me a great experience. Basically, I just felt that even though I didn't get to do a lot that I wanted to do, I had like a wonderful experience throughout the week, and it just kind of goes to show that like I'm a strong believer in karma, and I just feel like I had been doing so much good and not getting anything in return, but there were so many times where I'd go out of people's way and nothing would happen. All in all, everything that has happened like in the past few weeks, and I'm like, dang it, like why has nobody like thought of me the way I think of them? This just like blew that all away. Like this Becky has to be one of the sweetest people in the world to go out of her way and give us 2 orchestra seats to go see Wicked, and I was so excited and so in love with the show that I'm actually going to be going back either not next Sunday, but like the Sunday after. So if anybody's gonna be in the city and they want to meet up, to tweet me because my Twitter is down below, and then maybe we can meet up, which would be really fun. But that's really all I have for you today. Let's go on to things I'm doing this week. Let's see. So I have to do a lot of room cleaning. My room is starting to get messy again because I haven't really been here, so I'll just like throw something in my room and like come back to it. So I really want to get back into cleaning my room for 15 minutes a day. I also have to order some essential oils and some candles. I also really want to actually videotape another YouTube video that I wasn't actually planning on doing, but I really want to because why not? It's really cool and I'm really excited. It was the one that I was going to do last week, but then I decided to do my unboxing instead. So what I was planning on doing last week, I'm actually doing this week. I can't wait. Very excited for that. Other than that, I'm just going to be doing my usual like soup and salad a week, eating healthier, drinking more water, and that's about it. So I hope that you guys had a fun week following along with your own New Year's resolutions. If you struggle, just remember, like, try again. Like, I know that's so like said all the time, but if at first you don't succeed, try again. That's all that matters, is that you try and you don't give up, which is exactly what I'm doing this week. I'm really going to try harder because last week it wasn't my best, so I'm just going to prove to myself I can do better, because you can always do better. It's really fun to challenge myself to always try and be better than I was the week before. So I hope that you guys follow along with that and continue to try and better your little selves, because it's really fun. I always think it's really fun to look back and be like, wow, look who I was before and look who I am now. So that is all that I have for you today. I really hope that you liked this video. Feel free to comment down below with any suggestions that you have on how I can better these videos, or if you have ideas for videos you want me to do, anything, feel free to comment down below, and also hit that like button or the thumbs up button. Also feel free to subscribe to my channel so you can continue getting updates on other videos that are to come. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you later this week. Bye. Still unable to get over the eyeliner, and my makeup in general. I think I spent like 20 minutes doing it.